is hard. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiana, and thank you, and especially you for clicking this video. I want to jump right straight into it. I've been going through a very hard time, like something that I never envisioned going through at this stage in my life. I've been getting a lot of comments from a video I did a couple years ago in regards to the struggles of a single mother, and I appreciate all those who've watched that video who relate to my story. I just wanted to come back and do a part 2 because I don't want it to look like pause, because people have this idea of what someone struggling looks like. I just came from church, that's why I have makeup on, I have a dress on or whatever, but one, you should never judge anybody. You don't know what people are going through, but also some people mask what they're going through by putting a smile on their face, makeup on their face, or just to make themselves feel better or help their spirit to be raised. They, get dressed, look presentable. And so, but I have been struggling. As you guys know, I lost my job, I think 8 months ago. And it has been extremely hard to find a job. Like, I have not found a job since. I'm grateful to God that he has kept me along the way. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that he died and saved me from my sins. I know that he will never leave me nor forsaken me. It's just really hard to go through life knowing that you have so many responsibilities and the government or, people you thought that will be in your corner aren't. When I was working, the amount of taxes that they took out of my paycheck was ridiculous. And it sucks that when you need help, they're not really there to help you, which sucks still. And, I want to point out the many comments, which is crazy, of people being disrespectful, talking about you caused it on yourself, or what you got yourself into when you had kids. This is your responsibility. Who cares? Click off the video. Like, who just goes and hears someone's story and then decides to comment something stupid? I just want y'all to know that depression is real. Stress, anxiety, it's real. I don't think I've ever been in a position where I feel like everything's against me. Besides God, of course. I feel like it's just hard. It's hard. Life is hard, and having 2 kids and trying to navigate and be strong for your kids I think is important. I think it's also important to allow your kids to see you be vulnerable, allow your kids to see you going through different elements of emotion is important, because it just shows them that life is not just about lilies and rainbows, that you really go through things. Parents really go through things. Struggles are real. And I never thought to this day that I would have so many setbacks. Like, they say, oh, there's so many jobs out there. There's so many remote jobs. There's so many. There might be, but once you weed past the scams that are on these jobs, like job sites, and then you finally get to jobs that are real and that you're interested in, you get that, oh, sorry, we're gonna go with a different candidate. And for me, I'm like, okay, you know what? If that's not for me, that's not for me. God's gonna have a plan. And I still do think God's gonna have a plan. And I do believe that God is building my faith, as well as building me not to understand what he's doing, but to believe that he's working in me and through me for something better. I do think he's at work behind the scenes, but sometimes I get very angry with God. I get frustrated. I get, tired. I get overwhelmed. And I just want to say that if your friends, family is going through something, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through it. You're a strong person. Although you might think that is great to say, the words I feel like are needed to say are, how can I help? Or, I'm here for you. Let me know what you need. And sometimes it's not even about tangible things. It's more so about, let me pray for you. Let me be there for you. I'm gonna come over, stuff like that. They say, your friends when you go through something and people when you live with them. or you can see someone's character when you need them the most. It's unfortunate that I have people that I felt like would be there for me during this time and aren't. And it sucks. Like an eye opener. Like, wow, that sucks. Like to know that people are really just living their life. And I feel like, with, you know, living their lives and not like checking on you and, you know, and one of the things that I always hear with people who decide to leave this world early is that I never knew they felt that way. I never knew that they were struggling or they were going through this. And then you have people who share their story with you and you still don't do anything about it. And I think that's where it bothers me the most, because it's like, it's hard. Life is hard. And it's even harder when you feel like you've tried everything and nothing's working. Or you share your story with your family, with your friends, with people, and people are like, oh, you're strong. You'll get through it. You know, God's got a plan for you. And that might be true. I'm going through life, and having two children by yourself is so hard. And on top of that, having kids with diseases is extremely hard. And to know that you have so many people in your life that know your story and still haven't chosen to say, how can I help? Or you tell them like, hey, I feel like you're not really there for me. And they just say, sorry. What do you do? Like, I wanted to do this video mainly because I want people to understand that people go through things, and no matter how strong you think somebody is, no matter how strong you feel like they have been in life, you never know where they are mentally. And so if you're not able to help emotionally, help financially. If you're not able to help financially, help emotionally. Be present, you know, like, hey, I can't offer money, but I'm gonna call you twice a week and we can chat. I'm just at here. You wanna vent? You wanna, you know, figure out how we can get through this? I got you. But I think for people just to sit and just to hear you go through things that are so hard, you know, since I lost my job, my daughter who has sickle cell was in the hospital every month, like from October to I think January, February, every single month she was in the hospital. And then my other daughter got, she has asthma, and her asthma was out of control because this pollen is ridiculous. And we had to figure out, going after medication to figure out which one works. As soon as that medication, we finally found something that really, really works for her asthma. She started getting eczema all on her legs, her arms. And I'm just like, what gives? Like, what gives? It's just like, and it's like, I know God would never give me more than I can bear. I know He'll never leave me. And I know the devil is trying to throw everything at me that he can, because he knows that I believe in God and I believe that God is going to work it out. But there are some days where I am not strong. There's some days where I get frustrated, I get angry, I get mad, I get sad, and alone. Like, I feel like I felt defeated. I feel like every time I try to figure out a solution to make money, it gets shut down. I've tried several different things to make money and it has not worked. And, you know, I'm lost. I'm just like, what gives? Like, life is hard as a single mother of two children, who's just trying to navigate life. It's hard to know that you can give your all to people, to your job, and people will leave you. Like some people love you when you're doing things for them and they can benefit from you. And some people, I don't know, feel like they'll leave you on the road struggling, and it sucks. I don't always want to be on here being, you know, always happy and, you know, full of energy in life and not show the side of me being depressed or sad, because that's not realistic. And I don't want it to be just, oh my gosh, she's always happy, like she's doing everything, like, you know, she has her kids, she has this, she has that, she's doing great. No, this is the side of me that's not. This is the side of me that wishes that a breakthrough would happen for me, because I don't know how much I can handle. I don't know how many times crying in my car. I'm tired of crying. Believe it or not, tired of crying. I'm tired of feeling defeated, feeling like the end of the tunnel is not coming. Where? When? But I'm grateful for the people who have stepped up, who have been there for me. You know who you are, and I appreciate you more than you'll ever imagine. And if I could leave you guys with anything, it would be to check on your people. Life is short. It's just crazy to see how this world is and to see all the craziness that's going on. And you just never know what people are going through. But the best way to know is to reach out, to check on them, to make sure, you know, they're good. And not just like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'm good. Okay, see ya. Hey, how was your week? What's a couple positive things that happened? What's a couple negative things that happened? Like, don't just go in with the base, hey, how are you? And they say good, and then the conversation's over. You know, people struggle, and some people are very prideful and, you know, private and don't want to share what they're going through. And those are people who need it the most, because a lot of people struggle and suffer in silence. And I've never been that person. I've never been a person who just hold on to things and not really share them, because I feel like you never know who you can help. Life is hard. Life is really hard. I didn't think I'll be crying on this video, but sometimes you just gotta let it out, you know? Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and check on your people. Love you guys. Bye.